Have you ever noticed how some women don't need to say a word to be remembered? They just walk into a room, calm and collected, and instantly draw your attention. It's not because they're flashy or loud. It's something else, something subtle. A quiet confidence, shaped by years of knowing what works and what doesn't. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on those little-known style secrets. The kind that makes people turn their heads and think, she's got something. This isn't about being trendy or following what's in the magazines. It's about finding a style that feels like you. The kind that makes you walk a little taller, smile a little brighter, and feel a little more like yourself. Rich women know the secret. It's not about the label, it's about the details. Today, we'll go through simple things you can do, starting right now, to bring that quiet elegance into your everyday life. Let's be honest for a second. Most of us weren't taught how to dress for who we are today. We were told what was fashionable, what was age-appropriate, what was flattering back in the day. But now, things are different. We've changed, and so should the way we show up. The problem is we often feel stuck, staring at a closet full of clothes and feeling like none of it fits, not just in size but in spirit. It's frustrating. And honestly, it's disheartening. But here's the truth. Real style isn't about looking younger or trying to keep up. It's about showing up as your most authentic self. That's what we're going to do today, step by step. Let's talk about one of the biggest secrets that stylish, wealthy women swear by but rarely discuss out loud: tailoring. I know. Sounds basic. But trust me, this one detail can completely transform how you look and feel. Most of us buy clothes off the rack and hope for the best. We try them on, they kind of fit. And we tell ourselves, it'll do. But here's the truth. It'll do never looks elegant. Ever. Wealthy women don't settle for kind of. They understand that fit is everything. It's not about how expensive a piece is. It's about how it sits on your shoulders, hugs your waist, and flows with your body like it was made just for you. And you know what? Can be if you have a tailor. I had a friend named Barbara. She's in her late 60s, sharp as a tack, and loves vintage finds. She once found this gorgeous wool blazer at a thrift store. The pattern was incredible, the buttons looked custom. But the fit? Not great. Boxy, long in the arms, and made her look like she was borrowing it from someone twice her size. But she saw the potential. She took it to her tailor. Had the sleeves shortened, the sides taken in just a touch, and the shoulders adjusted ever so slightly. When she put it back on, she looked like a CEO from a Ralph Lauren ad.
No joke.
Same blazer, different woman. That's the power of tailoring. It turns average into polished. It takes almost right and makes it absolutely perfect. Gives you posture, presence, confidence. You start carrying yourself differently and people notice, even if they can't quite put their finger on why. Let's be real too, our bodies change. Especially after 50. Things shift. We may not fit traditional sizing charts anymore. And that's okay. Tailoring lets you honor the body you have right now, not the one you had 20 years ago, or the one society tells you to have. It says, this is me. And I deserve to wear something that fits like it was made for me. And tailoring isn't just for fancy clothes. Start with the basics. Jeans that gape in the back? Fix them. A dress that pulls at the shoulders? Let it breathe. Pants that are too long and drag on the ground? A simple hem can make them look like they cost triple what you paid. Start small. Pick one piece you already own. Something you love but don't wear because something feels off. Take it to a local tailor. See what they can do. You might be surprised at how affordable it is. More importantly, you'll feel the difference the moment you put it back on. That feeling of something finally fitting, not just physically but emotionally, is worth every stitch. Tailoring isn't about changing your body. It's about celebrating it. About respecting it enough to dress it well. That's something rich women understand. And now you do too. Let's talk about something most people overlook: scent. It's not usually the first thing we think of when we talk about style, but for rich, elegant women it's essential. Why? Because scent lingers. Long after you've left the room, your presence can stay behind. That's power. Think about it. Have you ever caught a whiff of a certain perfume and instantly thought of someone? Maybe your grandmother's lavender sachets or your mom's favorite powdery floral. That scent carries memory, emotion, identity, and wealthy women know this. They use scent like punctuation, soft, subtle but unforgettable. I had a neighbor named Evelyn. She was in her 70s, always wore a simple black dress and pearls. But what I remember most, her perfume. It was warm, rich, slightly woody, and completely her. Every time I smelled it, even on someone else, it felt like she was there, offering quiet strength and grace. That's the beauty of having a signature scent. It becomes part of your story. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy the most expensive bottle on the shelf. Many signature scents aren't even flashy or loud. They're soft, complex, layered just like you. The key is finding one that feels like a natural extension of who you are. Are you drawn to clean, airy scents? Maybe something citrusy that reminds you of summer mornings? Or do you gravitate toward spicy, mysterious fragrances that show your depth and warmth? Whatever speaks to you, that's where you start. And here's a tip. Never judge a scent by the first spray. Perfume evolves. What you smell in the first 10 seconds isn't what you'll smell an hour later. So take your time. Try a few on your wrists. Walk around. Let them settle. Notice which one you keep coming back to. That's the one that's talking to you. Having a signature scent does more than make you smell good. It sets a tone. Tells the world, I care about how I show up. It creates presence without noise. And the best part? It's incredibly personal. No one else will wear it exactly like you do. Your skin, your chemistry, your energy, it all plays a role. And over time, that scent becomes part of your legacy. Your kids, your grandkids, they'll smell it someday and smile. Because it reminds them of you. That's powerful. That's beautiful. So if you haven't found your signature scent yet, now's the time. Make a day of it. Go to a perfume boutique or even a well-stocked department store. Smell slowly. Choose wisely. Don't rush. And when you find the one, make it yours. Spray a little on your wrist, behind your ear, maybe even your scarf. Then walk through your day knowing you're leaving behind more than a good impression. You're leaving behind a feeling, a memory, a presence. That's the quiet strength of a signature scent. And it's something every woman deserves to own. Let's talk about a style trick that is so simple, yet so powerful. It's almost like magic. I'm talking about dressing in a single color. Not head to toe black. Not a beige overload. I mean creating a look using different shades, tones, and textures of the same color family. This is one of the most timeless, sophisticated choices you can make. And here's the thing, rich women have been doing it for decades. Why? Because it works. Monochromatic outfits elongate your frame. They smooth out distractions. They say, I'm here, I'm intentional, and I didn't have to try too hard. You could wear all navy, think a silky blouse, tailored pants, and a dark blazer. Suddenly you look 5 inches taller. Or all cream, like a soft knit sweater, ivory trousers, and a camel wrap coat. It's soft. It's clean. It looks expensive, even if every item was under $50. The real key? Texture. When you're playing with one color, texture is what keeps things interesting. You don't want to look flat. You want depth. Layering a chunky knit over sleek trousers, or pairing leather with cotton, adds richness without needing extra color. That's what gives the outfit life. I had a client once who always felt overwhelmed by her closet. Too many patterns, too many colors, and nothing ever felt her. We did a little experiment. I asked her to choose her favorite color. She picked gray. We built an outfit using only gray pieces. A light gray top, charcoal pants, and a pewter scarf. She walked out of the fitting room, looked in the mirror, and just smiled. I feel like myself, she said. And that's the point. It wasn't about hiding. It was about focusing, simplifying, honoring her taste, her energy, her mood. The best part? Monochromatic outfits are ridiculously easy to pull together. No need to worry about whether colors clash. No second guessing. You wake up, pick a tone, and layer up. It saves time. It reduces decision fatigue. And it makes you look like you have your life together, even on the days you don't. You don't have to start bold. Pick one color family you feel great in. Maybe it's navy, taupe, olive, soft rose, or even denim blues. Try building a few outfits around that palette. Mix in knits, silks, and cottons. Pay attention to shape and proportion. And remember, monochromatic doesn't mean monotone. It means harmony. It means intention. If you're nervous about looking too matchy, add one statement piece. Maybe a necklace, a patterned shoe, or a bold lip. That one pops against the unified backdrop. It'll sing. So the next time you're standing in front of your closet, unsure where to start, try this. Pick a color. Stick with it. Play with textures. Layer with love. And walk out the door knowing you didn't just get dressed. You styled your story. Because looking put together doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as one color, worn with purpose. Let's talk about makeup. But not the kind that's trending on social media or plastered across beauty billboards. I'm not here to sell you on contour kits or 10-step tutorials. I want to talk about the kind of makeup that feels like you. The kind that enhances, not hides. Because here's the truth, after a certain age, less really is more. Understated makeup isn't boring. It's deliberate. It says, I know who I am and I don't need a mask. Wealthy, elegant women understand this. They're not chasing the latest beauty craze. They're leaning into simplicity, into balance, into real beauty. I remember meeting a woman at an outdoor brunch. She must have been in her late 60s. Her skin looked healthy and moisturized. She had a little glow on her cheeks, soft brows, and the faintest tint on her lips. No heavy eyeliner.
No shimmering eyeshadow.
And yet she looked absolutely radiant. Not flashy. Not trendy. Just lovely. People noticed her. Not because she was made up, but because she looked like herself. Just slightly more polished. That's the magic of understated makeup. It doesn't distract. It enhances. It lets you shine through. Start with skin. Skin is the foundation of everything. A well-moisturized, protected face always looks better. No matter what you put on top. Find a moisturizer that suits your skin. Add sunscreen. Then if you like a bit of coverage, try a tinted moisturizer or BB cream. Something that evens out your tone but still lets your freckles, your warmth, your realness come through. Next, let's talk brows. As we age, brows tend to thin. But instead of overfilling or drawing on harsh lines, opt for a soft pencil or brow gel that mimics hair. It is defined without looking drawn on. Mascara? Just a light swipe. You don't need drama. You just want to open the eyes a bit, give them life. And blush? Blush is your best friend. Especially creams. Tap a little onto the apples of your cheeks and blend upward. It brings back warmth, a little softness, and makes you look refreshed, even on tired days. Lips? Go with a natural tone. Think berry rose or a warm nude. Something that looks like your lips, only better. It should be the kind of color that stays in place but doesn't steal the show. The goal here is never to erase who you are. It's to celebrate it. The lines around your mouth? They're from years of laughter. The softness around your eyes? That's from smiling at the people you love. That's not something we should hide. That's something we should frame gently. And the best part? Understated makeup is quick. You don't need 30 minutes. You need 5. Skin, brows, mascara, blush, lips. Done. And every time you catch yourself in the mirror, you'll think, that's me. And I love what I see. So try it this week. Step away from the heavy foundations and dramatic eye palettes. Give your skin a break. Let your real beauty breathe. You'll be surprised how good it feels to look like you. Only softer, lighter, and more radiant than ever. Let's talk about one of the simplest but most powerful tools in a stylish woman's wardrobe: neutral colors. Now I know what some people think. Neutral? Sounds boring. Like beige walls or oatmeal sweaters. But here's the thing. When done right, neutrals are anything but boring. They're the secret weapon of elegant women everywhere. Think about it. When you see a woman in head-to-toe cream or soft gray or navy, doesn't she just look polished? There's something about those colors that feels refined, calm, collected, and honestly expensive, even if her whole outfit came from a clearance rack. The beauty of neutrals is that they don't compete. They don't overpower. Instead, they frame you. Your face. Your presence. Your movement. They let you shine instead of shouting over you. I had a friend named Clarice. She used to love bold patterns. Florals, stripes, animal prints, you name it. Her closet was full of color and energy. But every time she got dressed, she felt off. One day we went shopping and I gently nudged her to try a taupe blouse and a pair of ivory trousers. She hesitated but gave it a go. When she looked in the mirror, her jaw dropped. She said, I feel so put together. Like me but better. That's the magic of neutrals. Now let's get specific. We're talking colors like beige, camel, ivory, navy, soft gray, olive, and even muted tones like blush or stone. These shades are timeless, seasonless, and incredibly versatile. A gray cashmere sweater can be worn to brunch, the office, or a dinner date. A pair of white or cream pants. Fresh, sophisticated, and surprisingly flattering. A navy blazer? That's a forever piece. You can pair it with jeans, slacks, skirts, you name it. And layering neutrals is where things get fun. You can wear a cream turtleneck under a camel coat with light tan trousers. Each layer just melts into the next. Add a gold necklace or a brown leather belt, and suddenly you've got depth. You've got dimension. Another perk? Neutrals make packing easier. You can mix and match everything without worrying if it goes together. 3 tops, 2 bottoms, 1 jacket. And you've got a week's worth of outfits. If you're someone who likes a pop of color, neutrals are the perfect canvas. Throw on a red lipstick, emerald earrings, or a patterned scarf, and boom! Your whole look lights up without overwhelming the senses. So if your closet feels chaotic, or your outfits feel loud but not expressive, consider stepping back. Pull out your neutrals. Start small. Build a base. Add color with intention. Because when you walk into a room wearing soft tones that flow together, people don't just see your clothes, they see your poise. Your energy. Your calm. And let's be real, elegance isn't loud. It's subtle. It's steady. And it often starts with the quiet power of neutral colors. Let's talk grooming. Not the fancy stuff, not the Instagram-level glam. Just the basics, done really, really well. Because here's the truth. Rich, elegant women don't just rely on clothes or accessories to make an impression. They rely on grooming. And not the flashy kind. The quiet, consistent kind that says, I care about myself. Now, grooming doesn't mean perfection. It means polish. Clean nails. Healthy skin. Well-kept hair. It's not about being flawless. It's about being intentional. I once met a woman at a gallery opening. She wore a simple black dress and no jewelry. But what stood out? Her hands. Her nails were short, filed, with the softest pink polish. Her hair was neatly tucked behind her ears. Her skin had that clean, cared-for glow. There was nothing loud about her. But she had presence. And it came from the little things. That's what impeccable grooming does. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And it's not about money. It's about habits. Consistency. You don't need a glam squad or spa days. You need a few good routines. A basic skincare regimen that keeps your skin hydrated. A hair routine that suits your texture and lifestyle. And a little attention to detail. Cuticles, brows, lips. Let's start with nails. You don't need salon acrylics. Just clean, trimmed nails. Buffed. Maybe a nude or soft pink polish. Even a clear coat goes a long way. It says, I finish what I start. Hair. Choose a cut that works for your life. Something that moves with you, not against you. Keep it fresh with regular trims. If you color your hair, keep the tone soft and blended. And if you embrace your natural grays, do it with pride. Healthy silver hair is stunning. Skin. Stick with the basics. Cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Exfoliate once or twice a week. You don't need a 10-step routine. You just need consistency. And here's a small thing with a big impact: fragrance. Yes, we've talked about signature scents. But beyond perfume, think about how you smell clean. Your shampoo, your lotion, your laundry soap. It all adds up to your presence. Now let's talk grooming as a form of self-respect. Because really, that's what it is. When you take the time to care for yourself, you're saying, I matter. You're saying, I'm worth the effort. And people pick up on that energy. They feel it when they're near you. One of my mentors once told me, how you care for the little things is how you care for everything. And it stuck with me. Because grooming is about the little things. The details. The gentle discipline that builds quiet confidence. So here's your invitation. Pick one grooming habit this week and elevate it. Maybe it's filing your nails. Maybe it's adding a hair mask. Maybe it's drinking more water for your skin. Whatever it is, do it like it matters. Because it does. Grooming doesn't just change how you look. It changes how you carry yourself. And that, my friend, is the kind of beauty no product can buy. Let me share something most women never talk about: the quiet power of heirloom jewelry. I'm not talking about flashy diamonds or oversized designer pieces. I'm talking about something subtle, something meaningful, the kind of piece that holds a memory, not just a sparkle. I once met a woman who wore her grandmother's gold wedding band on a delicate chain around her neck. It wasn't bold, but it caught your eye. When asked about it, she simply said, "It reminds me to stay grounded." That's it. That's elegance. It is not just about style. It is about a story. Even if you don't have a family piece, you can start your own tradition. Pick something timeless, something that reflects your spirit. Wear it often. Let it gather moments. And one day pass it on. Because the most powerful accessories are the ones that carry pieces of our hearts. Legacy is always in style. So here we are. We've talked about tailoring, scent, color palettes, makeup, grooming, and the quiet strength of legacy pieces. And maybe now you're realizing something. These aren't just fashion tips. They're invitations. Each one is a small act of self-respect. A way to show the world who you are, without having to say a word. Style is not about labels or trends. It's about clarity, confidence, grace. It is about choosing pieces, routines, and habits that reflect the woman you've become. Not the girl you used to be, and not who the world tells you to be. Because when you dress with intention, you don't just look good. You feel strong. You feel seen. You feel like you. If this video spoke to you, don't just scroll away. Take a moment to reflect. What tip will you try first? And if you've got your own secret style ritual, share it in the comments. Let's build a space where elegance is celebrated and shared. And hey, if you found value here, give this video a like and subscribe for more timeless tips. Because every woman deserves to feel confident, seen, and beautiful herself every single day.